What's up, YouTube? Thanks for coming to my channel. My name is One of a Kind Vlogs, and if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, come on, post notifications, hit the all, so every time I drop a video, you will get notifications. And comment down below. Share me out on all major platforms. Today we're going to talk about Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. I think it's only appropriate to talk about that today, no matter what's going on, because today is his holiday, and this is what we're going to talk about. Okay. Every year on the third Monday of January, we observe Martin Luther King Jr. Day and reflect on the work that still needs to be done for racial equality. This January 16th make the holiday more than just a day off and take time to reflect and take action on civil rights issues across the globe. Not the world, the globe. When is Martin Luther King Jr. Day? 2023. Martin Luther King Day is observed every year on the third Monday of January. On January 16th this year, King was an influential civil rights leader, best known for his work on racial equality and ending racial segregation in the United States. His life and achievements are remembered and celebrated on this day. History of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The concept of Martin Luther King Jr. Day is as a holiday was promoted by labor unions after King's death. U.S. Representative John Conyers and U.S. Senator Edward Brooks introduced a bill in Congress to make King's birthday a national holiday. That's a good thing. Very good thing. The bill first came to a vote in the U.S. House of Senate in 1979. However, it fell 5 votes short of the number needed for passage. Two of the main arguments mentioned by opponents were that a paid holiday for federal employees would be too expensive, and that's a holiday to honor a private citizen would be contrary to long-standing tradition, as King never held public office at the time. Only two other figures had national holiday honoring them: George Washington and Christopher Columbus. I see now he went through heck trying to get a holiday. That's crazy. Soon after, the King Center looked for support from the corporate community and the general public. The success of the strategy was commended when musician Stevie Wonder released the single "Happy Birthday" to popularize the campaign in 1980 and hosted the Rally for Peace press conference in 1981. 6 million signatures were collected for a petition from Congress to pass the law, and is considered the largest petition in favor of an issue in the U.S. history. I've learned a lot already. President Reagan originally opposed the holiday, citing cost concerns, but on November 2nd, 1983, Reagan signed a bill proposed by Representative Katie Hall to create a federal holiday honoring King. The bill had passed the Senate by a count to 78 to 22. God, oh, them suckers won't play it. They won't play it. Man, that's tight right there. I mean, that was a huge victory. And the House of Representatives by 338 to 90. Woo-wee. The holiday was observed for the first time on January 20th, 1986. It's observed on the third Monday of January rather than directly on Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday because it follows the guidelines of the Uniform Monday Holiday Act. Martin Luther King Jr. Day timeline. January 15th, 1929, birth of the King. I'm sorry. Martin Luther King Jr. is born in Atlanta, Georgia. May 17th, 1957, the King's Speech. King makes his first address to the nation, "Give us the ballot," at the prayer pilgrimage for freedom at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. August 28th, 1963, The Dream. King delivers his famous "I Have a Dream" speech at the Lincoln Memorial on the day that more than 200,000 demonstrators participated in the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. December 10th, 1964, The Ultimate Prize. King wins the Nobel Peace Prize. April 6th, 1868, tragic strikes. After delivering his final speech, "I've been to the mountaintops" in Memphis, the day before, King is shot and killed on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel. 1980, Stevie Wonder calls for action. Stevie Wonder released "Happy Birthday," a song in which he not only celebrates Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, but also laments the fact that anyone would oppose the idea of a Dr. King holiday. 1986, the first day. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is observed for the very first time. 2000, Unity. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is observed by all 50 states for the first time. Martin Luther King Jr. Day around the world. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is one of many holidays throughout the world that celebrate political leaders and activists. Martin Luther King Jr. Day traditions. Martin Luther King unparalleled contributions to racial justice for Black Americans have been revolutionary. On Martin Luther King Jr. Day, or MLK Day, schools and offices are closed, but people fully participate in remembering and honoring everything King has accomplished. His values and historical place in American history are discussed and advocated to educate communities and coming generations on the importance of equality and King's influence. Movies and documentaries on his life are shown, and businesses and organizations run by and for the Black community are shown some support. Now that's a good thing. I'm glad everybody pulling together because that's a shame. Okay. MLK Day stats. 6 million signatures. 6 million signatures were collected for a petition to Congress to pass the law-making Martin Luther King Jr. Day a federal holiday. A petition only needs 150 signatures in order to be searchable within the White House database. To cross the second threshold and require a response, a petition must reach 100,000 signatures within 30 days. Stevie Wonder helped to achieve this feat by releasing his iconic single "Happy Birthday," raising awareness of the fact that there should be a day commemorating Dr. King's life and questioning why people in power would be opposed to celebrating someone fighting for peace and justice. That makes sense. Really makes sense. 250,000 march on Washington. During the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom, Dr. King delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. The demonstration was attended by more than 250 people. Through many people are familiar with the famous speech, very few know that the iconic I Have a Dream portion was entirely improved. Improved. I hope I said it right. If you watch the video of King giving the speech, you notice for the first 2 to 3 minutes, he's reading the speech prepared for him. But at some point, King pauses. Within the pause, the gospel singer and King's good friend, Mahalia Jackson, yells out, "Tell him about the dream." At that moment, Reverend King took his crowd to church, and as he preached to a diverse crowd of supporters, his dream for a better and non-violent future, which they don't do now. 25,000 march from Selma. The Selma March, also referred to as the Selma to Montgomery March, was a political march from Selma, Alabama to the state's capital, Montgomery, occurring the March 21st to 25th in 1965, led by Martin Luther King Jr. The march was a culminating CULMINATING event of several emotional weeks, during which demonstrators twice attempted to march but were stopped. Once violatedly by local police. 2,500 people participated in the roughly 50-mile march. Those events began a landmark to the American Civil Rights Movement and directly led to the passage of the Voting Rights Act in 1965. And who knew? Hey, boy, you learn a lot. Learn a lot when you're trying to learn something about Dr. Martin Luther King, because you never know. Now, 5 lessons known facts about Martin Luther King Jr. Number 1, his birth name was Michael. I didn't know that. Did you know that? I didn't know that. The civil rights leader was given the name Michael King Jr. at birth. Later, his father changed his own name as well as his son to Martin Luther after the Protestant Reformation leader. Number 2, I didn't know that though. Number 2, King started college at the age of 15. Yeah, that was a smart joker, boy. King skipped grades 9 and 12 and enrolled at Morehouse College in 1944. Number 3, I Have a Dream was not his first speech. 6 years before his iconic speech at Lincoln Memorial, King spoke during the prayer Pilgrims of Freedom in 1957. Number 4, King was imprisoned a lot. Man, dude. According to the King Center, Martin Luther King Jr. went to jail 29 times. That brother must have been he must have been buck wild. Okay, let's just say that. Okay. Number 5, his last public speech foreshadowed his death. In his last speech, the night before he was assassinated, King said, "Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place, but I'm not concerned about that. Now, I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will go to the promised land." Now I'm going to end that because I've learned some things already about this man. And I can go back and say exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't know his birth name was Michael. I didn't know he went to college at the age of 15. I knew about the I Have a Dream speech. I didn't know the man went to jail 29 times. And the last, number 5, I knew about that one, that he had seen the promised land. Now, I'm gonna end this video. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, because I'm posting notifications so that you'll never miss a video. Comment down below. Share me out on all platforms. Remember, you're too blessed to be stressed. Love and happiness at all times. Hug somebody and tell them you love them. And always do a random act of kindness. Yeah. To join my channel is $2.99. That's all. That's it. As you join my channel, I will put you out there on my community tab. I'll shout you out in my videos. I will, matter of fact, I'm making a shout out video. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Shout out video. I'm gonna get one coming. In the comment section will be my merch, my old merch, which is I'm too old for that, and my new merch. And I have new merch coming. I need to work on that tonight. But if not tonight, it'll be tomorrow. Just know you'll know it's up there because I'm gonna advertise like I do all the rest of my stuff. And that's gonna be the end of the video. So I will catch you on the next one. And remember, today is Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday.